What is up, Pyromaniacs? Pyrostasis here. We are back in the world of Modsauce, and we're kind of picking up where we left off. I've done a little bit of blood cutting, and we've gotten a decent amount of blood and runes and such. Our apple trees are doing a pretty good job of keeping us in food, which is allowing me to cut a little bit more vigorously. And we're making some pretty good progress. But enough about that. It is time to get our altar upgraded to a tier 2 altar, and if I'm right, that should do it. If I'm right, yep, you can see we are now a tier 2 altar, which means we have progressed in the blood magic knowledge. Not only that, but we have speed going now. So these each of these runes has a speed modifier on it. Let's see, progress of the altar work it by 20%. Whoops, it moved. This work additively, so it starts at 20, then 40, etc. So 20, 40, 60, 80, 120, 40, I believe. It's about 150% faster than it was previously, which is pretty phenomenal. Pretty phenomenal. That will definitely speed things up just a bit. Now that we've hit this, we want to get our new orb, because our new orb will allow us to make some new sigils and things along those lines. So let's go ahead and get that down to just bare minimum. And to get our new orb, we want to put this in there. Let's see, where are we at? We're at 5,700 LP. All right, let's go ahead and eat an apple real quick. Try and keep ourselves up there and high. There we go. And you can see it's kind of draining in there. It's kind of hard to detect. If you look really close, you can kind of detect the draining momentum as it goes. That is chewing through quite a bit of LP. Hopefully it's not 10,000, because if it's 10,000, we're going to be in trouble and we're going to run out, and then I'm going to be very, very angry panda. Boom! There we go. Let's eat our apple again. Alright, so now we have our new apprentice orb. Used to fill your soul network by right-clicking or placing it on an altar filled with blood. Can fill soul network up to 25,000 LP. So that one's 25k. This one had 5,000. So total between the two, I can do 30,000 now. That's pretty good. That's a pretty decent amount of LP. So let's look at some of the runes that we can do now. Obviously, we are going to want to move to a tier 3 one soon. Thankfully, tier 3 is not too hard to get to. But there's a couple things that I want to do differently here that I didn't do in Magic Farm. Specifically because we have some access to some mods that we didn't have at Magic Farm. Now, first off, you can see we're going to want to get, where is it? The Rune of Sacrifice. Now, we have two options here. We can get the Rune of Self-Sacrifice. Rune of Self-Sacrifice will instead increase the yield of rituals that use your own blood. Or we can use the Rune of Sacrifice here. Rune of Sacrifice boosts all entity sacrifices by 10% additively. Now, it says entity, but I don't believe it affects me. I think it only affects, what do you call it? People or monsters and things along those lines. You can see that the recipe has changed. You're going to need reinforced slates, which is basically just a slate that's been put back in the blood altar. It costs 2,000 LP a piece. And then we're going to need gold. Gold is going to be kind of one of the drawbacks there, which I'm not too looking forward to. On top of that, we're going to need pretty much drastically more runes than we did previously. With the first tier, you only need 8 runes. 8 runes, not a big deal. So you just 3 on each side. Well, with this new one, we're going to need 5 on each side. We're going to need to go down 1. So right here, and then out. So right here is where our next 5 runes are going to want to go. So we got to get it on each side. There we go. And then on the corners, we're going to want nether brick and I think it's glowstone. So that means we're going to have to actually go into the nether and get some of this stuff, which really isn't that big a deal. Although I really don't know what's in the nether on Modsauce. I don't know if Modsauce has a normal nether. I don't know if they have a hard nether. Honestly, don't know. Honestly, don't know. So we're going to have to expand our little blood altar here, make it bigger. And we're going to have to get us some stuffs out of the nether racks now, or out of the nether. Unfortunately, to do that, we're also going to need some obsidian. You can't build another portal without obsidian. And do we have any? We do have 4 diamonds. Perfect. 1, 2, 3. I don't know if there's Enchanting Plus in this. Let's find out real quick. Enchanting Plus is an amazing mod. We'll just put you in there. It does not look like Enchanting Plus is in, which is a bummer. Enchanting Plus is quite possibly one of the coolest mods ever written ever. It's also one of the most overpowered mods ever written ever, because you can literally do whatever you want. Okay, so I did mention that we were going to try and do something a little bit different this time than we've done in previous, in Magic Farm 2. In Magic Farm 2, we set everything up to run off of MFR. The problem with MFR is MFR requires power. You need to, 1, have mob essence, 2, you need to keep it powered, and then you need to have a big enough area to drop the stuff in. The problem with that is that requires a lot of resources. So I got to have some way to produce bulk, mob essence, and I need a way to produce consistent power. And those are two things which are kind of a pain in the ass. So I don't want to do it that way. I don't want to do it a way that requires me to micromanage all of that stuff on a continual basis, because at least initially, I'd like to stick with just the whole magic prospect. So, and I'm going to go ahead and chop this tree down. I don't know what's wrong with this tree. This tree never sprouted flowers like these two did. It is still an apple tree, but it doesn't seem to be working. So I'm hoping that I get another apple sapling from this. I'm not sure if we will. We did. We did get another apple sapling. So even though it was a defective apple tree, we still got some saplings. So the good news is we're going to probably have this tower knocked down in the next, I don't know, next episode or so. And we'll be able to get quite a few different areas opened up so that we can start deforesting this and start getting more of these apple trees, which it may turn out we don't really need all that many of in the long run anyway. One of the cool things I like about this is if any of you ever played like the original Tekkit or Technic SSP back in the day, you'll remember there were like rubies and sapphires which you could get, which were really, really cool. You could make tools and such out of them, and it was kind of an early little setup, which I always liked. I always liked being able to bypass some of that stuff and just go straight for it. But they were about equivalent to diamond, if I recall. But it's been a long time since I messed with those. All right, so we're going to put our orbs up. We don't really need our orbs too much. I mean, all right, I take that back. Let's look at some of the sigils. Let's see what sigils we can make. I guess it would help if I did actual sigil. The water sigil is going to require something we can do. So we could make a water sigil if we wanted. The lava sigil is something that we could do. Unfortunately, it's pretty expensive, and we're not really going to need lava. Void sigil we don't really need. Air sigil we could make, but it doesn't require a gas tier, which we're not going to be able to get yet. The mining sigil we could make. It's going to cost a lot. Not really looking forward to that one. We're going to hold off on the sigil of affinity. That basically makes you fireproof and drop proof, if I recall. Sigil of haste we could make if we can find cocoa beans. Not sure. Sigil of holding we don't care about. Green Grove, don't really need that one right now. Not going to mess with Whirlwind or Phantom Bridge, mainly because we can't do those yet. Blood Lamp would be nice, but that's the next tier. Can't do that one yet either. Sigil of Suppression. I have no idea what that one does. I think that's a new one. Ender Severance. Put those Endermen in a dire situation. We're going to have to get bound weapons before we can get there, and that's going to be later tier, so don't have that one yet. A sigil with a lovely affinity for fluids. It says unnamed 4430, but it does also look like the water sigil, so I'm not sure what the difference is between those. We actually could do this one. When seeing all is not enough, I don't know what that one's going to do. I have no idea. These are all new blood runes to me because obviously it's a couple different versions. So I think we're going to hold off on making those for now because, again, we just don't have the infrastructure for it. However, we do need some iron. We're going to make some iron armor. Now, I need 4 for boots, 6, 7 for pants. So that's 7. That's 11. For the chest, I need 8. So that's 19. And then for the helmet, I need 5. So we need 24 ingots to be able to make a full suit of iron armor. If my mathematics is correct, it probably is not, which means we're probably going to have a rather embarrassing fail here in a moment when we realize, well, you were off, bro. All right, so we'll put that in there. We'll put that in there. Now, what we're going to be trying to do is we're going to be using a mod called SoulShards. Now, some of you guys may have remembered me looking at this. God, when was the last time I looked at this mod? I want to say I looked at this mod in Unleashed briefly. But we need two things. Well, we need three things. One, we need glowstone. We need a diamond. We need netherrack, and we need endstone. Now, endstone's going to be problematic. The reason why endstone is going to be problematic is we're not going to go to the end yet. So since we're not going to go to the end, we need to be able to craft endstone. Now, there's a couple different varieties. We can use mariculture with resonant ender to do it. We'll probably pass on that. We can use IC2, or not IC2, thermal expansion, but we do need resonant ender. Or we can use a smeltery and do it that way. Now, the nice thing is this one only needs 0.5 millibuckets of resonant ender to make an endstone. This one needs 250 millibuckets to make endstone. Both of those are pretty dirt cheap. So I'm almost tempted to do it the smeltery fashion because we just put the ender pearls in there and then it would heat up and we'd be good to go. I don't think we have any ender pearls though. Actually, we do. We do. So if we make a smeltery, we can make enough, I believe, to get it. So, okay, so this kind of changes things. This makes things drastically easier than I expected. It's kind of amazing what you come up with when you start messing around with things. Okay, so we're going to need a blaze powder. Is there any other way to get blaze? Well, obviously from a pulverizer. Glowstone. Is there a way to do it with a smeltery? I was really hoping we could get one with a smeltery. Because without the smeltery, we may actually have to go in and get it. What about a blaze rod? Is there any way to get a blaze rod without having to... No. No. So we are gonna have to get some nasty stuff. That is a bummer, yeah. That is quite disappointing. Quite disappointing indeed. So we can't make the lava sigil. If we can make the lava sigil, then all of this would be drastically easier. Lava crystals, not too hard to make. We just have to find a source of lava, which shouldn't be too hard with our little mine that we've got over there. So what we're gonna do here is I'm gonna get our armor created, and then we're gonna head down into the mine and we're gonna dig around until we find some lava. Once we find some lava, we're gonna get some obsidian and we'll kind of pick up there. So I had an idea. One of the things we found while we were looking around was sonic glasses. Sonic glasses have the ability to pick up audio cues while, you know, out and about. So I'm thinking that if I get down here deep enough and I put on my sonic glasses, I might hear the lava. Now, I don't know if that's true because I know lava makes noise just sitting there. I know it'll definitely pick up any spawners and anything moving. So we're gonna give this a shot. We're gonna see what happens. Let's go ahead and put this on. Unfortunately, it's going to make it a little hard to see. That's a torch. Okay. I'm not seeing anything. Not hearing anything. This idea is not working as good as I had hoped. Yeah. See the torch, which is kind of cool. Well, this is quite unfortunate. Alright, well, I'd hoped that was going to work and make things easy, but apparently it enjoys being difficult. The OCD in me is not going to allow me to not fix that right there. Sorry, guys. Sorry. All right, well, I will get back to digging, and we will find lava eventually. So, while digging down here, I found some glowstone, which is really weird. I've never seen glowstone in the overworld before. This is very strange. I'm going to loosely dig this out, because I'm not sure why it's here. I don't know if it's marking something or what. It doesn't seem to have really anything. All right, well, we'll just harvest it. Good news is that was one of the things we needed from the nether. If we get lucky and find some netherrack, then we'll pretty much be solid and not have to go into the nether at all. We will have to build a smeltery, which will be kind of a bummer, but I can deal with building a smeltery. That's not too shabby. In fact, we probably should build one anyway because we're wasting... I feel awful wasting all these ingots by not doing anything with them, but at the same time, I'm kind of enjoying being back to more of a a basic technological stance. So I did get excited when I found that glowstone, but we're still not locating any lava. I'm still not seeing anything, and I haven't heard anything. So I thought I heard a little bubble from lava a few minutes ago, but I was sorely mistaken. So we'll keep digging, keep digging. So we dug about like 3 more feet, and you can hear the lava now. I mean, it's like right here. So we're gonna put the glasses back on real quick, and you can see it looks like it's all there. I'm not seeing any above us, but I am seeing it like right over there. Now it does look like there's some right here. So I'm not sure if it's above us or if it's right in front of us. I'm not sure. I think it's like right on the other side of this. Honestly, that's what it feels like. I'm gonna go ahead and mine all this real quick because I just can't leave it alone. I was kind of expecting some to just jump through here on me. Thankfully, it's not. I did get a bucket of water. We're going to use that to smash up and get the obsidian. Oh, emeralds. Oh, my God. Here I am. I finally found lava, and I'm finding, like, everything else. Okay, are we good? We're good. Okay. Really? All right. I'm very nervous about this. There it is. Perfect. So the sonic glasses will technically let you see lava. The problem with it is it does seem to kind of wait until you can basically hear it anyway, which is a little bit of a disappointment. But as you can see, if we put them back on here again, you can see that they've detected lava. So it works. It's just not the best setup. Not the best setup. There may be a way to extend them and make them better. I'm really not sure. Really not sure. We are going to go ahead and just break that and see what happens. I was hoping the lava would just get, or the gravel would just get burned up, but sadly, that didn't work. Looks like there's some yellorium over there. I'm going to place some torches down so that we can see here in just a second when we do this. Oh, come on, really? There we go. All right, and then we're just going to put the water right there on top of that. And we'll pick it up. And I'm going to leave a little bit of lava. We are going to break this. I bet there's lava down beneath it. No! No, good. Good. Alright, so I'm going to mine probably all of this. Probably all of this, because we're going to need it for quite a few different recipes. So I'm going to mine all of this. We're going to need it to make endstone. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We need 8 endstone. So we're going to need 8 of it. For the ender portal, if we go with the basics, we need 10. 2 on the bottom, 2 on top, and 3 on each side. So we're going to need pretty much all of this. So give me a few minutes to do that, and we'll pick up when we get back to base. All right, so I've done a little bit of gathering. I wanted to get most of it done off camera so that you guys didn't have to watch me go digging. Did find some clay, did find some sand, did find some gravel. For those of you guys who are familiar with Tinkers, which pretty much most of you who have ever watched my channel should be, you'll know what we're building. We're going to build a very small smeltery. We don't need a very large one. Actually, I'm going to need to go grab another stack of gravel from over here. I think we have at least 1 stack. I'm hoping... Please tell me gravel is not going to be the one thing that's going to hold us back here. Just a little bit. Damn it, Bobby. It's always one thing. You know, you always have that one component that's problematic when it comes to a smeltery, which is part of the reason I hate building them. I mean, don't get me wrong, they're free, they don't require any power, they do require lava, but you know, that's not too shabby. Usually you can find lava, kind of like we did, but there's always that, there we go. There's always that one component that you're short on for some ungodly reason. And you gotta go struggle to find. There we go. Not quite sure why that one was... I guess when the world generated, it just didn't generate right. It's funny how some things will drop and some others won't. There we go. What did we get? Oh, pieces of flint. Yes. How much do we have? We have a stack and a quarter. I'd like to try and get 2 stacks if we can. The reason I want to get more than just 1 stack is we do need to make a basin. We're going to need to make a spout. We're going to need to make at least a tank and a few other pieces. So the more that you have, you know, the less likely you are going to have to go back and farm some more. And there's nothing more frustrating than being like one piece away when it's all said and done. And then you got to go back out, find another supply, etc., etc. That should be... Let's go ahead and get just a couple more. How many? 58? 59, 60, 61, right? Yeah. 62, 63, and 64. Perfect. That's 2 full stacks. So with 2 full stacks, I'll be able to make, I think it's 4 full stacks of grout? I think it's 2 to 1, if I recall. Maybe, yeah, it's 2 to 1, I'm pretty sure. We'll find out here in a second. All right, so gravel, sand, clay, grout. You can see it's 2 to 1, so we get double, which is awesome. And then we put, almost put grout in there, which is not what we want to do. There we go. So that gives us 4 stacks of grout. 4 stacks of grout should be more than enough for what we need. I'll put 1 there. I'll put 1 there. Now, we are going to need a decent-sized area to put this in. That will be slightly challenging. Oh! This is the other apple tree I was telling you guys about. Of course, I would do it that way. Brilliant. Stupendous. There we go. All right, let's clear our hand. There we go. All right, so you can see it says immature still. You can see it says immature. I thought these were done, but they're not. I don't know what the heart means. It doesn't make any sense to me. What am I doing? Am I rubbing the apple? Am I telling it I love it? Is that what's going on here? Farming just got a little weird. Just a little weird. All right, so I am going to need... can redstone... what about dark steel? Can dark steel be used to make tools? I'm hoping, maybe. Wait. Is that an enchantment book? Book and quill gives you a random enchantment? Well, that's kind of cool. I'm hoping that I can make tools with it. If so... Dude, these are bad looking. Okay, so I can. It doesn't say shovel, though. Are you telling me I can make everything but a shovel? I will lose my mind. I will flat out snap if I can't make a shovel with this thing. You'll just hear me running off screaming and wailing, just complete and utter bullshit gibberish. Oh my god, you're a whore. It's like, we're going to give you every tool but the one you need, bitch. Giggle, giggle. Can I do it with... Used to be able to do it with emeralds. I'm assuming I still can. Yay! I'm so happy. All right, good. Good. Well, it's actually not an emerald. It's a sapphire. You know, emeralds were actually in the game in Tekkit. They were green. They were cool. Of course, they're green in Minecraft as well. But back in the day, you could make emerald tools. It was kind of cool. All right, so we now have this. We are going to have to clear a slight area. You definitely don't want your smeltery to run out of space. Thankfully, with the mod that is on here, clearing this little forested area over here is going to be very easy. As you can see, everything just disappears as soon as you break the last block. And thankfully, these trees are the nice trees. We don't have any of the mega nasty oak trees, which can sometimes really be problematic. There we go. All right, so that should clear everything up. It does look like we have one more tree here that's being an asshole. So we'll go ahead and pop that. And strangely enough, it looks like it has mushrooms on it. That is weird. I've never seen mushrooms growing on a tree before. Either way, that is plenty of room for us. So we're just going to clear all this stuff out real quick. There we go. That should be enough of an open area for us to do our smelting. Perfect, perfect, perfect. All right, and we have our first stacks of seared bricks. I really should, I guess, move that down, but we're just going to hold off for a couple more minutes. We need one more. One more for the base. And you can see this is why we made extras, because even though we built as much as we did, or made as much as we did, there's still that nasty little, it still takes a lot. It's 4 pieces of grout per piece, and just to give you an idea, you need 9 for the base. So it does get rather expensive rather quickly. All right, so we go bam, 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 bam. And that will be the base of our smeltery. I will go get some lava. We're going to need what? 3, 3, 3. So that's 9. And then on the front, we'll have the controller, the drain, and the lava setup. Once we have that all filtered in, we just need to put some obsidian in there, and then obsidian plus 50 millibuckets of a ender pearl will give us a piece of Endstone. We need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 times 50 is 450. I believe each ender pearl gives us 200 millibuckets, so 3 should give us 6. And if my math is right, which it probably isn't, but if my math is right, then we will have just enough to make our soul shard. So we will do that in the next episode. Hopefully you guys are enjoying this series as much as I am. If you are, please slap that like button. Make sure you subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next clip.